Hey everyone, it's Ali and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over my very last sample pack from Sylvaine Delacourte. This is the pack that revolves around Orange Blossom. Before I start the video though, I want to give again a quick shout out to my friend Jennifer Latifa. She's the one that actually turned me onto this brand and suggested that I go check them out. Big shout out to her, she is amazing. I will link her Instagram down below, including her YouTube channel. Check her out on Instagram especially because, oh my gosh, does she showcase her collection, and her collection is amazing. She has so many goodies, it's not even funny, and I love seeing her post. So definitely check her out if you guys want the 411 on fragrances as well. But we're getting into it with this pack, and this is probably, I want to say, my least favorite of the 3 packs that they offer. Definitely has some goodies in here though, but it's definitely not my favorite. But we're going to get started with the first one, Orzo, and Orzo happens to be one I actually kind of really did enjoy. This one has notes of bitter orange, orange blossom, neroli, rosemary, clementine, petitgrain, jasmine, tarragon, and green notes. And this is beautiful. You definitely get the bitterness of the bitter orange note that's going on in here. When I smell this, it smells like someone had been eating a bunch of oranges under a tree, like an orange tree, and left all the peels sitting on the ground, and the combination of the peels sitting there on a mound with the tree and just the leaves of the tree are like mixing together to give me this sort of like, I don't know how to describe it other than that. It smells like a pile of orange peels sitting underneath an orange tree that someone left there. And the combination of the green leaves and the oranges on the tree and the tree itself and the pile of orange peels just mixing together. It's really, really nice. It has this sort of like really slight herbally feel because of the rosemary note. And you definitely get a lot of the neroli as well. At least my nose picks up a lot on the neroli. So if you're a fan of neroli and sort of bitter orange scents with a little bit of a green woodiness to them, then definitely check this one out. It's probably my favorite from this pack in particular. It's really quite beautiful and perfectly unisex. I feel like anybody could really rock that fragrance, honestly. The next one that we're going to talk about is Alyssia. I'm going to give this one a quick respray. And this smells very clean. You definitely get the orange blossom in this. There's petitgrain, bitter orange, musk, vetiver, sandalwood, mandarin orange, jasmine, and cardamom. I definitely pick up this like jasmine that comes in as soon as it starts drying down. It's very clean, it's a little fresh, it's definitely citrusy with a very prominent jasmine note to me. But this is a very clean jasmine. It's pretty straightforward. There isn't going to be a lot of change with this fragrance in particular. Pretty much all of these are kind of linear. There isn't a lot of change. And none of these fragrances are going to be projection monsters. They're definitely not like fragrance bombs. They don't perform like beast mode fragrances, but they do leave a very beautiful aura very close to the skin. I feel like a lot of these fragrances could be perfect skin scents for most people. And they're very intimate setting scents. So people closest to you are going to be able to smell you, but you definitely aren't going to project and fill a room with any of these. Yeah, so this one is citrusy. It's a little florally from that jasmine, but it's a very clean clothes, like clean laundry type of jasmine. It's quite beautiful. I do like it. It's not my favorite by far. Orzo is my favorite, but it's really not a bad scent. The next one that we are going to talk about is called Osiris. And this one dries down to a sort of sweet orange blossom scent. There's a sweetness to this one that's really quite interesting. It comes a lot more from the honey note in this. It smells like a very sweetened herbally honey. You've got clementine, pink pepper, sesame, orange blossom, honey, clary sage, cedar, sandalwood, and gaiac wood. And it does have a slight woody undertone to it, but I get a lot of the honey. The honey is sweetening this fragrance up, giving it a sort of like sweet, honey, woody, herbally effect. That's actually quite nice and quite soothing. I feel like this one would be very unisex, leaning the tiniest bit more masculine. I feel like a man could wear this one perfectly from this pack. Orzo, I would say, is perfectly unisex. Alyssia leans a little bit feminine, but pretty much unisex as well. And this one is a really good one, slightly masculine leaning one that is sweetened by the honey, but it's not overtly a honey fragrance. You have a little bit of woods, you have a little bit of an herbally effect going on, and it's really, really pretty with a slight citrus as well. I really did like that one, but definitely wasn't my favorite. Orzo is definitely my numero uno in this pack. The next one that I have is Oscarine, I believe is how you say it. Oscarine. This one, right off the bat, you get a bergamot note from this. Pine needles, basil, blackcurrant, raspberry, orange blossom, woody notes, and cypress. And it's really nice. I feel like this one is another really unisex, maybe a slight bit masculine leaning, but only like the slightest bit. It's not overtly masculine at all. The raspberry note in this gives it an unexpected freshness and slight sweetness, but I definitely pick up a lot on the cypress and the pine needles. It almost feels like you're walking through the woods, going for a hike and smelling clean and fresh at the same time. And definitely a some citrusiness going on due to the bergamot and the orange blossom note as well. I always get so tongue twisted. It's like, sometimes, you guys, sometimes. But it's quite pretty. A very simple, straightforward scent. Not too much going on with this one. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it's definitely really nice and a nice, clean, fresh scent to wear. The last one that we're going to be talking about is called Oscan. And this one is interesting. I'm going to respray it. I'll actually respray this one on my hand. Yeah, this one is really interesting. I don't like Oscan very much. I feel like that one is a lot more masculine leaning from the pack. I can definitely pick up on the tonka. It's adding this like sweet warmth to the fragrance. It's warm, it's citrusy, it's a bit spicy in my opinion. Definitely could work more for like the evenings, I feel like. But still fresh enough that you could wear during the day. But I could see this being a really great evening scent. You've got bergamot, tonka, rose, cinnamon, mandarin orange. You've got leather, heliotrope, orange blossom, patchouli, immortelle, and saffron. And honestly, this almost gives me like Coco Chanel vibes. That sort of heavy, like dark, leathery, spicy, orangey fragrance. It feels like it's going down that route, but this is a slightly more masculine version of it. That's definitely toned down more to be like a skin scent. So if you're into that sort of like citrusy, sort of spicy, leathery kind of scents, then I think you would really enjoy this one. It's definitely giving me that vibe, but a very light, more masculine leaning version of it. It's quite unique, it's quite interesting, but it does remind me a lot of that DNA. So it's nothing too original, but definitely really nice. And if you're into sort of warmed up leather tonka scents, then I think this one's going to be a really good one, especially if you enjoy spice and a slight citrus as well. Definitely interesting, unique, but definitely that one isn't anything mind-blowing. My favorite from the pack is definitely Orzo. That one I can highly suggest checking out as far as like the ones that I like. It's just so, it smells so natural to me, and it's quite beautiful but simple at the same time. But yeah, you guys, that's it. Those are my thoughts from the line. I have reviewed all three, and I had some real thoughts about all three. This one was my least favorite. I really did enjoy the musk pack. My second favorite was the vanilla pack. Not a huge fan of this one in particular, but there are definitely some little hidden gems throughout the line. And if you enjoyed this video, you guys, please subscribe to my channel. Comment, like, subscribe. I will link my Instagram and Jennifer's Instagram and our YouTubes down below. And yeah, you guys, till next time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.